This is ABC 57 News at 11.
3 shootings in 4 days. South Bend police have been combating gun violence all week long. So much, neighbors are wondering if their families are safe. The latest shooting happened just last night at 3 in the morning outside of Johnny Mac's bar in South Bend. Good evening, I'm Emily Pritchard. That's where a 21-year-old was pistol whipped and then shot in the leg. ABC 57's Jessie McDonough talked with neighbors and police about all of this violence. She joins us live at the South Bend police station. And Jessie, how is this most recent gunshot victim doing tonight? Well, this year, the first week of July kicks off the U-Pick season for farmers right here in Michiana. U-Pick season was rough for local farmers last year, all because of that drought. Now this year, many say the excess rain has produced a lot of fruit, but it has also sprouted a few problems. Tonight we have team coverage. We start with ABC 57's Jasmine Norwood tonight, and we also continue to cover some more showers. Now Jasmine spent the day on a U-Pick farm to see how they are prepping for this season's crops. Jasmine. And the heavy downpours yesterday were inches away from turning disastrous for one local animal shelter. Pet Refuge, a no-kill animal shelter in Mishawaka, actually started flooding right before their volunteers went home for the night. And ABC 57's Judy Lykowski joins us tonight in the newsroom with the story. Well, showers are making their way back to Michiana tonight. Meteorologist Monica Ott is tracking those in the First Warning Neighborhood Weather Center. And Monica, how much longer can we expect that rain to last? Well, Mishawaka police were called to McKinley Woods Apartments for a domestic violence argument that turned physical this morning. By the time they got there, neighbors say the woman had ended up taking her boyfriend to the hospital. Now, that was after they got into a physical fight in the parking lot, which ended up with him punching through the apartment's front door glass window. And police say the man was in surgery late this morning and would likely be arrested following his stay in the hospital. Well, today is day 3 of the St. Joseph County 4-H Fair, and for the very first time early this morning, Granger Community Church held their church services in the grandstand area today, and all churchgoers even got free admission to the fair. The rides and concessions then started up around noon today, and both Monday and Wednesday, all rides are just $1 each, starting at 2 o'clock. And this weekend was the Miss Blueberry pageant in Plymouth. The winner and runner-up actually had the audience doing a double take, all because they're twins.
Your 2013 Miss Blueberry is Miss Alex Zekiel.
And as you heard there, Alex Zekiel won first place, and her twin, Caitlin, got second. Caitlin was also voted Miss Friendship by the other contestants. The very first place winner received $1,250 in scholarship. Second place won $750 in scholarship money. And our very own Brian Dorman and Jimmy Martin emceed the event at the Blueberry Festival. And new tonight, a Middlebury businesswoman believes that every little girl deserves to have a pretty dress. And ABC 57's Amanda Starantino shows us how she plans to actually make that happen. And Gloria Martin asked for anyone to please help her try to reach her goal. And you can find all the information to join Dress for a Girl on our website, abc57.com. Well, the Irish will move from the Big East to the Atlantic Coast Conference tomorrow. Notre Dame will leave the Big East a year earlier than originally expected. The move involves all sports except hockey and football. Now, the football team will stay independent, but the Irish will play 5 ACC teams each year. Now, Irish hockey recently moved to the Hockey East Conference. And tonight, more trouble in the NFL. Coming up, what some are saying were warning signs of the deadly double life of accused murderer Aaron Hernandez. Plus, people in the West are trying to beat the heat. How many records were beaten and tied over the past weekend?
Flooding will...
And right now, we are following breaking news out of Arizona. Authorities say 19 firefighters are unaccounted for after battling a fire in a central Arizona community. The wildfire closed down parts of a nearby highway and now covers nearly 2 1,000 acres. The fire actually started last night at a bike shop, and the cause is still under investigation. Well, today we didn't have to wait for the sun to set for things to get cooler. It was actually cooler across the whole area.
It was pretty comfortable today, not too bad in terms of the humidity, and most of the day was dry. It wasn't too bad, but again, that umbrella has been coming in handy lately.
Well, check out this new video from Las Vegas. Animals' paws have been getting burnt from those hot temps. So pet owners have been making booties, socks, and slippers, all to protect their paws from the heat. Not a bad idea. I kind of could go for a pair myself sometimes, like on the hot, beachy sand or something.
I know, and I think people a lot of times forget how hot the pavement really is, but we would never think to walk barefoot on the sidewalk when it's 100 degrees, so either should your pet. So it's a very good idea that they're taking care of that. 4th holiday, of course, we'll be tracking everything really carefully to keep you ahead of it.
Thanks for joining us for ABC 57 News. I'm Emily Pritchard.
And I'm Monica Ott.
And Keitha and Monica will be back tomorrow morning starting at 5. Have a great night.
This is ABC 57 News at 11.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is still a fluid and active scene. Not everyone has yet to be accounted for.
Tonight, we are following the very latest out of San Francisco after a plane crashes, killing 2 and injuring nearly 200 more. Tonight, ABC 57 is just learning that everyone has been accounted for on that plane. Good evening, I'm Emily Pritchard. We've been staying on top of this story all day for you. Now, a plane was coming from Seoul, South Korea today when the Boeing 777 crashed onto a runway. Rescue workers rushed to the scene to help the 307 people on board. But the San Francisco Fire Department has confirmed tonight that 2 people are dead. Now we're getting a chance to hear the control tower audio of when this all unfolded.
214 Avenue, San Francisco, Tower.
Tonight, the National Transportation Safety Board is investigating. 181 people were injured and taken to several San Francisco hospitals. And here is brand new video. We're just getting into our newsroom tonight. This was filmed inside the San Francisco airport. You can see black smoke billowing from the plane, and shortly after it crashed while landing there this afternoon. And when that plane crashed, the tail actually tore off. And here's what an aviation expert has to say about that plane coming down.
I'm amazed.
Now, 16 crew members along with 290 passengers and an infant were all on board. Of those, 61 were U.S. citizens. And of course, we'll continue to bring you the very latest as it comes into our newsroom. Well, tonight, police are investigating a house fire just after 7 o'clock tonight. Elkhart firefighters responded to a home on Fieldhouse Avenue. That's where we find ABC 57's Jasmine Norwood tonight. And Jasmine, what do police think caused this fire? Well, firefighters train extensively to help save strangers' lives every day. But who's looking out for them? A local man is doing just that, all with the power of the internet. Tonight, ABC 57's Megan Schiller joins us in studio. And Megan, what is this website all about? Well, we've got 1 day left of the big holiday weekend. Let's check in with ABC 57 meteorologist Tom Coombs, who is tracking what's left of our holiday forecast. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, it looks dry.
Well, racing fans, today was the 40th annual Red Bud Motocross race. Every year, more than 20,000 fans flock to Buchanan, Michigan, all to check out the competition. Well, it's deemed America's racetrack, and the event has even grown larger each year. And tonight, ABC 57's Daryl Bajoras takes us to the track. And tonight we have a recall that you need to know about. It involves Whole Foods cheese. Now, the company is recalling brands of Crave Brothers Farmstead cheese, all because of an outbreak of a bacterial infection. Now, that's according to the Associated Press. People have been sick in several states, and 1 person has even died. Well, a World War II veteran turned 101 years old this week. He was born the same year the Titanic sank, and that was back in 1912. The veteran was drafted into the Army at age 32. He fought in several battles during World War II, including the Battle of the Bulge. The man says while he's seen a lot and done a lot, there's no real secret to making it past 100. Well, family, friends, and even strangers joined in, all to celebrate the man's big day. And new here tonight, did your favorite player make the All-Star Game roster? For the American League, Detroit added 3 players. Third baseman Miguel Cabrera and pitchers Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander all made the cut. The White Sox have 2 pitchers joining the team, Jesse Crain and Chris sale. And for the National League, well, Cubs pitcher Travis Wood got the nod. Congrats to them. Well, tonight, ABC 57 News is continuing the follow that plane crash out of San Francisco.
The back end just hits and flies up in the air, and everybody's head goes up to the ceiling.
What new information we're learning tonight, and how many are still missing? Well, Tom, all night we've been hearing fireworks still going off here at our studio, so it must still be a decent night to be out and about.
You know, it's still pretty comfortable out there. People out late still, enjoying the last moments of that holiday weekend, and temperatures are still pretty comfortable.
Tonight, let's recap our top story. We have new developing information out of San Francisco tonight, where a plane crashed earlier today. We now know 2 people are dead. And new tonight at 11, the fire chief there says one of those victims was from South Korea. The other is still unknown. And the fire chief says both people were found outside of that plane. And 181 people are at hospitals as we speak. And it's hard to forget that scene from earlier today when the plane crashed, the tail tore off. 290 passengers and an infant were on board. Tonight, all of those passengers have been accounted for, and we will, of course, continue to keep you updated on this story as it progresses.
And keeping you updated on the weather for tomorrow.
Of course.
Clouds, and we could see a shower Friday and next Saturday.
Thanks for joining us for ABC 57 News. I'm Emily Pritchard.
And I'm Tom Coombs.
And we'll be back tomorrow starting at 6:30. Have a great end to your Saturday night and holiday weekend. Right now, parts of Michiana are underwater. Today's showers hit hard and rippled across many counties. Tonight, people are doing their best to stay dry. Good evening. I'm Emily Pritchard. Tonight at 6 and 7, we told you about the heavy flooding we saw right here in South Bend. Now, those severe flash floods hit more than just northwest Indiana. Tonight, we have team coverage. ABC 57's meteorologist Monica Ott is tracking the very latest showers for us. But we start tonight with ABC 57's Jasmine Norwood, who spotted some serious flooding in Cass County. Jasmine, tell us what you see out there. And tonight we saw those heavy rains and severe flooding from Cassopolis all the way to here in South Bend. And ABC 57's Monica Ott is tracking more of those showers on the way. And Monica, we saw quite a few today, but how much more can we expect for the rest of the weekend? Well, the National Weather Service issued a beach hazard statement for today. They say to expect strong rip currents through tomorrow night. But lifeguards we talked to at Silver Beach say so far the waves are smaller than expected. Now, lifeguards say the flag can go from yellow to red in just a matter of minutes. Well, South Bend police are asking for your help tonight, tracking down a shooting suspect. Police responded to shots fired that happened just before our 11 o'clock newscast last night. And ABC 57's Megan Schiller went back to the scene today for more. And today, one church in that area is bringing hope to stop the violence through a community giveaway that ran all afternoon today in the church parking lot. Anyone from the neighborhood was encouraged to come out and shop around. All clothes, shoes, food, and home goods were completely free.
To show love.
And today marked the church's second annual community giveaway. They're thankful for the donations from St. Anthony's Church and nearby grocery stores. And early this morning, an 86-year-old woman died after a car accident. That happened on East Ireland Road in South Bend. The woman and her female passenger were actually leaving Goodwill when they got into the accident with another vehicle. Now, the woman was taken to the hospital where a few hours later she died. The other passengers in her car and the second had injuries but were not considered serious. Well, a huge pile of debris and recycling leftovers helped cause a fire at a recycling plant in New Carlisle today. It happened early this morning at the 360 Metal Recycling Plant. And MMC reports this is actually the second fire to break out at this plant. A worker was able to put out the flames with a fire extinguisher that was nearby. Now, investigators are still trying to figure out what caused that fire. And new at 11, 3 kids and 1 Indianapolis firefighter are in the hospital after a huge thunderstorm hit a summer camp. What a nightmare. It happened this afternoon at a reformed summer camp for Jewish children. Now, those thunderstorms rolled in around 2 o'clock, and at this hour, it still is not clear where those kids were at the time. But authorities believe they may have actually been struck by lightning. A 9-year-old boy is in critical condition. A 9-year-old girl and 12-year-old boy are also in stable condition at Riley. Well, today the search continued for a missing Michigan baby. Baby Kate has been missing for 2 years, and police are hoping to find plant materials from the shoes of her father that he was wearing the day she disappeared. Now, they actually believe that materials will actually lead them to her remains. Police say they're still treating this case as a homicide, but the types of plants found on her father's shoes are rare and only in certain areas of Michigan. Well, tonight an Indianapolis Colts player is in jail in D.C. Safety Joe LaFedge was arrested on 5 charges, including carrying a firearm without a license in Washington. Now, police say he and Aaron Wilson sped off by an officer around midnight. Now, that's when police tried to stop them. Now, they eventually took off and abandoned their car. Now, police did catch up with the suspects, and they are both expected to face several charges. Well, interest on student loans is set to double on Monday, and U.S. senators are heading home for the 4th of July holiday without passing that bill that could stop it. The rates for federal subsidized Stafford loans will double to almost 7% starting Monday. Now, it has students and parents alike worried about how much this could cost them down the line.
I don't think
Now, it's important to note this does not apply if you already have a subsidized loan. That loan would stay fixed. This only applies to those taking out loans on or after July 1st. Well, new tonight, the Vatican is being threatened again with another scandal. Coming up, how a Secret Service member and priest are actually involved. Plus,
right now, honestly, we're just focused on burying my brother.
Tonight, we have the latest details in the murder mystery case surrounding an NFL star. Then we saw some heavy flooding today, but some parts of the country are drying up, where the temps are on the rise. Well, it's a fairly cool day across Michiana today, and really cool for some who actually decided to get in some flooded water.
I know, I'm impressed that all those kids just jumped in and enjoyed, just taking advantage of the fact that we got so much rain. Looked like a swimming pool out there on some South Bend streets. And